Hi. So I've seen a lot of people talk about time management, like this idiot right here, but I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about the mistakes you can have when trying to manage your time. Now, I've definitely made a lot of mistakes when managing my time. Yeah, lots of mistakes. And while I'm not perfect, I feel like I've gotten better. I hope. So don't make my mistakes. Here are 5 common mistakes when managing your time. Let's get on with the video. Common mistake number 1 is overplanning. Now, I'm definitely the culprit for this. Shame on me. If you guys don't believe me, take a look at my schedule on my 2nd year of dentistry. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Even looking at it now, like, it's such a pain to the eye. And now the thing is, I planned literally everything. Every workout, every review, every breath I take. And while it was a great way to sort of fit everything I wanted to do in my life into my schedule, it wasn't the most effective way of going throughout my day. If anything, it was too perfect. Now, if I was someone with exactly 0 emotion, just like a robot, then maybe it would be the perfect routine for me. You know, like Patrick Bateman. Except it wasn't. And not only that, you have to worry about external factors too. People inviting you to events, you feeling tired, people inviting you to hangouts, your 3-minute nap turning into a 3-hour nap. It wasn't the most effective way of planning my time. And when you have this kind of time, everything will fall apart because you're not able to meet the expectations of the schedule. Like, I remember that one time I had like 4 things to do in the schedule and I took 1 nap and it just fucked the whole schedule. So instead, how do you plan a day properly? Instead of planning literally everything, try to plan sort of the most important points for your day. Whether that be reviewing for your exam or your workout assignment, make sure you plan around that. Make sure not to fill the entire day and instead just focus on the main important things. Now, don't be too complicated with your schedule like I did. Instead, just put the important things that need to be done for the day, like your daily highlights or whatever. So the app I'll be using is AkiFlow. Ever since they sponsored me, I've unironically been using their app and it's been really nice. It's kind of nice to have everything all together. And I will briefly describe what it is, but basically AkiFlow is a to-do list. It's sort of a to-do list and calendar combined, where on the left here you have all of your tasks that you can have, and then you can just drag them onto your calendar. And what's cool is that compared to usual calendars, you can even label your different tasks. You can even tag them into different, tags as well. And the main feature about AkiFlow is that it has an integration feature. So basically, you can integrate all of your different apps onto this one app. So as you can see, I integrate my Google Calendar, my Gmail, and my Notion all here in one. So I don't really have to go back and forth to different apps. I just have to go here and I can handle everything all in this one app, which is cool. And it's getting better and better. I've seen them update the app here and then. So yeah, it's an ongoing improving app. So I really like it. And lately they added a new feature where you could even check your statistics for the day. So here you can see your schedule and it will show you a detailed view of your schedule, which is really cool. For example, it will show you the different tasks you have. So events, meetings, you can sort by different tags or sources, and you can even see compared to different days how much you've done. And what's also cool is that AkiFlow has a feature where you could ask a one-on-one call with a productivity coach, and it's pretty much free. All you have to do is click here and book an onboarding call. It will direct you to this calendar website where you could book a one-on-one call with a productivity coach. I don't know, I just find that really cool. So yeah, I've been using AkiFlow for a while now. If you want to check them out, you can head to the link in the description. And yeah, as you can see, I only have 1 task left to do today, which is what I'm doing right now. So yeah, so how I go about with planning my day is, so what's cool about AkiFlow, it has this shutdown ritual feature where basically it shows you what you've done for the day and then what you can do for the next day, and it will even show you the different tasks that you've missed. So you can even see your stats here, your tasks that you finished today. As you can see, I only finished 2. This is the only one left, which will be moved tomorrow, which is, I don't know, I find it a really cool feature. So moving to the next we have is the planning of the next day. So if you guys are overwhelmed with what you're seeing, this is basically all of the videos that I will be working on for the next couple of months. So right now I'm working on biggest mistakes with managing time. So hopefully I'll finish it by tomorrow. So I'll drag it here. And it will show you your schedule for the next day, which in this case is Thursday or July 11. So I will adjust my schedule around because I'm sleeping late today, so I will most likely probably wake up at 6:30. So I'll just move my stuff here. As much as possible, I don't want to overplan my day. So tomorrow I do have exams that I'll be taking 3 exams tomorrow on these subject slots. So pretty much I will just be focusing on my video right after the exam. So after my exam, I'll probably be tired, so I'll be leaving a bit of room here. So instead, I will be moving all of my tasks here from how to get my life together, as well as doing this as well. I'll be putting both my tasks here, and then maybe after my exam, I will probably work out. So I'll just put my workout routine here. So yeah, this is a pretty much simple plan. Yes, it still looks complicated, but I didn't put literally everything on my planner because quite frankly, I don't think I'll be able to follow through if it was too complicated. So once I'm done, I just click done, and there we go. It shows me that I've planned for the next day, and yeah, now it's planned for the next day. As you can see over here. Really cool. Mistake number 2 is that you do not have much flexibility into your calendar, which also relates me to my first point. The thing about being ambitious about your time planning is that you try to fit everything, but you have to take in mind that the world is a very chaotic place and so many things can happen. What if your commute takes 30 minutes longer? What if you got off bed a little late? What if you procrastinated for like 20 minutes and now you're 20 minutes off your schedule? When you plan your day, you kind of have to sort of take in the sort of factors when it comes to planning, because you can't just plan ambitiously and hope that it will work out flawlessly. Instead, try to leave sort of spaces in between your plans or in between your schedule in order to sort of compensate for your schedule. So many things can happen, like there's traffic suddenly the line is too long in the grocery, something like that, and it's all these factors that really make life interesting. It's very chaotic, it's very unpredictable. So make sure when you're planning your day, make sure that you don't just fill it out and make sure that it's like filled to the brim with plans. Rather, try to leave a little bit of leeway when it comes to scheduling so that if anything happens, you can just move your schedule around. If you're planning your day, make sure that you don't just fill it out and make sure that it's like filled to the brim with plans. Rather, try to leave a little bit of leeway when it comes to scheduling so that if anything happens, you can just move your schedule around. So usually when I talk about flexibility, it's usually when I can't follow up with a task. So how I plan an active flow is that I make sure that the next day is sort of vacant in case that I'm not able to finish my task. So for example, when I'm using ActiveFlow and I have lots of tasks, so for example, groceries, haircut. I do need to get a haircut soon. So let's say I have all these tasks and I can even label them into different categories. So for example, miscellaneous. So when I have a lot of tasks like this, I try not to plan them all out because it's kind of hard for me to really gauge how much time it will take for each task. So rather, I just keep them all here and I just accomplish them whenever I can. So it's more like a to-do list system rather than a calendar system. So I find that it works more for me. Who knows, you might prefer a different method. What's cool about ActiveFlow is you can just simply drag your tasks into this. It will just simply schedule your to-do list just from dragging and dropping your tasks, which is really cool. So groceries, I'll do that on Saturday. Reply to emails, I'll do that tonight. So I'll do that tomorrow morning. And then organize all subjects for summer, I'll do that after my exams. So probably Saturday as well. So I did make sure that my Saturday is free so that in any case that I don't finish anything, I can just do the remaining tasks there. So yeah, it's more of a flexible way of, having that. Mistake number 3 is quite a simple one, but basically not following up with your schedule. And this is funny because why are you scheduling in the first place if you're not going to follow up anyway? I think this is the hard part when it comes to following up with your time, is to actually follow up with your time. Because let's face it, planning is not hard. It doesn't even require that much effort. And yet, for some reason, when we plan, we feel good about it. We feel good. We feel great. Every time we plan and we schedule our month, our week, and we think we're doing something very productive. But no, in reality, we're not. There's this one famous quote that I got from a podcast. I forgot what podcast it is. I'll just leave it up here. Basically, here is the clip of the podcast.
I fell in love with an essay by Strangest Loop, and it is a list of things that are not doing the thing. So here is a list of things that are not doing the thing. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing.
So basically, you're not doing the thing. You planning the thing is not doing the thing. You scheduling your thing is not doing the thing. So planning without follow through is just nothing. So make sure that when you're planning your schedule, you follow through your schedule. You have to have that discipline within your character in order to really follow through with your schedule. Mistake number 4, and this is kind of the one that I've suffered the most, which is underestimating task time. Oh my god. Whenever you're scheduling, you're kind of sitting on your chair and you're just not experiencing the work that you need to be doing. And when you're doing that, it's very easy to just underestimate how long a project will take. For example, usually before I would tell myself, okay, I'm gonna give myself 3 hours to edit this one video. And then it takes me 6 hours. If not less, but more or less it takes longer than usual. And I was like, oh my gosh, this actually takes a lot longer. I have to push my other tasks aside because I have to finish this one task, and try not to sort of underestimate the amount of work that time will take. Rather, it's good to give yourself a bit more time for your projects, because usually when planning these types of things, it's very easy to just tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna work hard and I'm going to be finishing this in like a few hours. No, make sure to expect the worst. Make sure to tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna give a lot of time for this because I know that I will take a long time. Now there is this principle, it's called Parkinson's law, which states that work fills time allotted to it, which is true, but of course we're humans, we can't just finish every task lightning speed. So while I recommend not giving yourself too much time, don't be too optimistic with your time. Work is something that I really feel like you should not underestimate. So what's cool with Akiflow as well is that you check your daily stats. So on the bottom left, you can just click this and it will show you your daily stats over here, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, my goal for today was to finish the Skillshare integration, which if you're watching this, and it's a sponsor of last video, but basically I finished that. And it will show you the tasks done for the day. It will show you how many events you had for the day, as well as the tasks your projects were under. So it's mainly all Kai Notebook because I mainly focus on that. But let's say I reviewed today, and then let's say this was under studies, and I click this. It will show you that you also finished this as well, which is really cool. Really cool. But I didn't review today, so yeah. So as you can see, if you check my schedule for tomorrow, Thursday, you will see that I have some wiggle room between each stuff. So this is kind of important because we're humans, basically. I'm very sure we're not going to be able to undergo everything on the nick of time. So make sure when you're planning, you have some room to wiggle in case, let's say, you're extra tired, or let's say you just can't be bothered to be doing anything, or your commute takes way too long, your dinner was messed up in some way. Make sure to have some room flexibility when it comes to planning your day. And finally, the last mistake, ignoring rests. That's right. If you notice, for the past few weeks, I've been working my ass off and posting a lot of videos recently. Wow, kind of posting finally, like consistently. And you notice I've been posting like more frequently. I've been also posting on Instagram lately, and I noticed that I've been kind of overworking myself, and I was getting more grumpy. I was getting more in a bad mood for some reason, and I kind of realized, shit, this is what being overworked feels like, because I never felt that way until recently. And I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna give myself a break because I need to. So I set all of my tasks aside. I sat down on my computer and I played Stardew the entire night. Oh my god. And my god, the next day I felt so much better. I just felt more energized, more refreshed. I was like, shit, I'm back to normal. Take breaks, okay? Breaks are important. Remember, this is not a race, it's a marathon. You will need to take your breaks, your water breaks, your everything. Drink your water. But yeah, the way I would schedule my breaks is that during the time in between my tasks, there's usually empty spaces in the calendar. I would usually allot that to taking a break or doing whatever I need to do. So yeah. So when I usually plan my day, when I have rest times, I usually have blank spaces in between. So that's kind of a way to signify that I have nothing really due on that time, or I have nothing really to do there. So that's kind of where I rest. So yeah, that's pretty much, it's not only great for flexibility, but it's also to signify that, you know, if you're done with everything, or if you don't want to do anything at the moment, you can rest. So I suggest when you're planning, make sure to have like different gaps in your day just to sort of accommodate with the different time restraints, because quite frankly, rest is the most important thing you can have when it comes to, you know, having a productive day. So yeah, I know I did say I'm gonna give 5 tips, but I think the last tip I'm gonna give you is something you need to really know. Your schedule your planning, your day will not be perfect. You'll definitely put off tasks tomorrow. You will always put off things, and that's fine, okay? We're human. It's normal to not be able to finish what you need to do for the day. You don't have to beat yourself for it, okay? Focus on doing it the next day rather than sulking about it and just beating yourself over it, alright? Because we're human, and we're not perfect. Don't forget to drink your water. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.